in his honor, ensuring that his name would never be forgotten. In 2019, on the 30th anniversary
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Good morning, once again. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, gentlemen, and good morning, traders as well. I hope we're doing very well today and having a great day. It's another brand new trading week, and this is our morning market review. Of course, this session holds every day from Monday through to Friday from 8 a.m. All right. Uh, Currently it's 8:05. We'd like to wait 5 minutes for people with um, connectivity issues so that they get to be on the same page with us. So every day you get to meet with our analysts. And this is also with the hope that when you listen long enough, you join this sessions every day, Monday through Friday, you are also able to come up with your own profitable strategies that would eventually give you an edge over the markets. And for adventure, you're just joining us for the first time today. Like I said, during these sessions, we get to look at what's going on in the markets in terms of fundamentals and technical setups that we have for today and even for the rest of the week. And this is also with a view that we'll be able to like pick a few entries and trade ideas for today and also for the rest of the week. All right. So like we normally do, um, we're going to get right to it. And of course, start with the major pairs, the pairs with USD. And from there, we start looking at other ones. But just before we do that, I would like to quickly head over to forexfactory.com, the preferred economic calendar, to see the important news events that may have impact on prices for today, or focusing on today. So I'm going to head over to forexfactory.com. Chinedu Osagi, you're welcome, sir. Okay, right there. Okay, I need to refresh the page. That's to make sure I refreshed this page to make sure that the website time is same as my laptop time. All right. Okay, let me also apply the filter. I don't need this. I don't need this as well. Apply filter. Okay. So today, Tuesday, October 15th, the 15th day of October. Okay, 7 a.m. We had this already for the pounds, claimant count change. This came out 7 a.m. for the pounds. And then we have this value. This has to do with unemployment claims, changing the number of people claiming unemployment benefits. Okay, so this increased, which means that is bad, because what it means is that more people are now claiming unemployment benefits. So because it has increased, it means it is bad. So it's at exactly 7 a.m. This news came out really bad for the pound. Of course, we would have seen the effect already. So the focus now will be on 1:30 p.m. for card, 1:30 p.m. for card, and then 10:45 p.m. for New Zealand dollar as well. Okay, so those are the ones we would focus on. We have CPI data for the Canadian dollar and for the New Zealand dollar later today. All right. Of course, all eyes will be on that, as this is inflation data from Canada as well as from New Zealand. It's no longer news that almost everyone is trying really hard to tackle inflation globally. And this CPI data that we expect later today is an important economic indicator that we use to determine the rate of inflation. Of course, it's released on a regular basis by major economies, and it gives a very timely glimpse to measure growth rates and levels of inflation, like I said. And what it simply means is that a higher inflation rate means that your money buys less. And that's simply because everything costs more, like we are currently experiencing right now. Everything has gone over the roof. And then in Nigeria, for us, it's currently over 34% for inflation rate. And you wonder why things are so expensive. So the CPI specifically looks at purchasing power and how fast the prices of goods and services are rising in an economy. Of course, you would agree with me. This is really important. And as traders, of course, we're looking for those indicators, those metrics that can have the highest impact on price, because you want to see movement as soon as you execute your trades. And in a way, this can also be used to the CPI now to influence the nation's monetary policy. That is, if prices are rising, this can lead central banks to begin to raise interest rates in order to contain inflation. And as expected today, you can see the values right here. Okay, previously it was minus 0.2%, and then the forecast remains minus 0.2% as well. So what this means is that when it is released by 1:30 p.m. today, and if the actual result, this is what we're waiting for, the actual result exceeds this forecast, that is greater than forecast, this would indicate an increase in inflationary pressures, and this would likely lead to stronger CAD. The Canadian dollar would become stronger, and therefore pairs like the pounds CAD would decline, because if you look at the pounds CAD, the GBP in that pair is the base currency, while the CAD is the counter currency. So if CAD is stronger, then we would expect pairs like pounds CAD to decline. On the other hand, the CAD would become weaker if the CPI falls short of the expected value, and this would indicate less inflationary pressure than expected, and then it would be the opposite for pounds CAD, that is, it would rise. Okay, so having said that, let's see what this means for technicals. So we're going to also look at maybe one or two CAD pairs so that we can understand what's going on with them. All right, and then later today, we also want to focus on the New Zealand dollar. NZD USD would be the preferred pair for this. Of course, still have pounds, NZD, Euro, NZD as well. Okay, so let's head over to the trading platform now to see what we have for technicals. Just a minute while I do that. Okay. So I have MT4 up, and I want to believe we can see my screen. Can we confirm that? So I'm sure we're on the same page as I push forward. All right. All right, thank you for the confirmation. Okay, so starting with the dollar index, very, very fantastic currently. Last time I was on this forum, I remember telling us that we could now see that the DXY is beginning to look more constructive. I also highlighted to us that we're seeing a higher high for the first time in a long while, because if you look at throughout this period, we've seen several series of lower highs and lower lows up until this low. Okay, and at the same time, I also pointed to us why I expect the dollar to become bullish from this level. Okay, if you look back again to what happened here, you can see this level at around 100.5 are supported price for quite a number of times. The dollar index has attempted to break below that level quite a number of times, and then we got it here. As far as beginning of 2023, early 2023, the date we have is 20 January 2023. You see, that was the last time when the dollar index attempted to break below this 100.5 level. We also got a retest of that same level around this period, and then eventually price broke below that level, and almost immediately we got it close back above it. So the whole of this is, of course, a fake out. And then fast forward to 2024, we also got a retest of that level early 2024 back here. And then even sometime in August, price returned to that same level and pushed higher from there. And then currently we got a very similar pattern to what we saw early 2023. Price broke below this level, and now that it is back above it, then we're also going to treat this level as a fake out, similar to what we got here. You see, similar to what we got here. And for that reason, I knew that the dollar index was going to become bullish from this level. And then, of course, it has been quite aggressive. It has been quite aggressive. Okay, so because we now have a higher high, price has now pushed above this level at around 102. Because price has now pushed above this level. Of course, we got a shallow pullback here, and then it continued to push higher from that level. Okay, so of course, the expectation is that this would continue to push higher. This would continue to push higher now that it is above this support level here. Let's see. This is 103. Let's look back to see if it's such a significant point. Okay, of course it is. Say here as resistance, here as support, here as support. Here we got a fake out at that level, here as support, here as resistance. All right, so that further strengthens the bullish bias that we have at this level. All right, so what it means is that as long as price is above this level, then we can expect the dollar index to continue to push higher. Now, again, the reason I like to start from here is to understand, and this is the daily time frame, to understand the overall direction of the dollar itself. And then I can easily relate this to other major pairs. All right, so having said that, let's now move to the euro dollar. Let's head over to euro dollar to see what we have right here. Okay, of course, this is an inverse of the dollar index, and we have this of course, all the while dollar has been bearish. This has been pushing higher. We could see this series of higher highs and higher lows for the euro USD. Okay, and then eventually it topped at this level, which also gave us a double top. It also gave us a double top. All right, and this is the first signal that this is going to become bearish. And interestingly, we're seeing that bearish move from the euro dollar. And now that it has taken out this higher low here, that's taken out this higher low level here at price level 1.1, that's taken out this higher low. After this higher low, of course, ideally, it should have given us a higher high, but price stopped at this level around 1.12. Price stopped at that level, also giving us a double top. And then we saw this bearish move. Okay, so now that price has taken out this higher low, we see this bearish continuation. All right, so what it also makes is that we're looking for opportunities to sell on euro dollar. We're looking for opportunities to sell. If you're already in the sell, it's very fantastic. However, if you're looking to join this sell, also very fantastic as the bias is currently bearish. Okay, so looking at this level, price is currently below this support. Of course, it used to be support. Let's see how significant it has been. Also, if price has made several attempts around this 1.09 level. Okay, so this is the level of let's see. Okay, here as support, here give us a fake out at this level. Here as resistance, the same thing for here. He said, all right. So that has further confirmed how significant this level is. So because price is now trading below it, so this level now is our resistance. This level is our resistance currently. All right, so let's head over to 15 minutes. Starting from the daily is to understand the direction here, And then this is also a trend line that I have here. Of course, has also been acting as support for price. And you could see price is now below that trend line, also below moving average 50. These are just all of these just to further confirm the bearish move that we see here. Okay, so on 15 minutes, what does that translate to? Okay, so this is our level, the level we saw on the daily time frame. Okay, that's the level we saw on the daily time frame. Price didn't quite return to it. Stopped here. It didn't quite return to that level. Okay, so for me to join this bearish move now, I need to see some okay, currently we have a bullish candle. We don't know to what extent this would go, this bullish candle. However, if we do see price take out this level here, then that would be our trigger to go in for a sell. That would be our trigger to go in for a sell. However, if this current bullish move retests this resistance, then it will also be a good opportunity to take sell from that level. To also be a good opportunity to take sell from that level. Don't forget, we started from the daily time frame. And then we highlighted a bearish bias right here. And then we saw how price is currently trading, or we see how price is currently trading below 1.09, which is quite significant. And then that current level is now acting as resistance. And with that in mind, we head over to 15 minutes for entry opportunity. And then on 15 minutes, we have this low here. And then you, of course, do not want to be selling into a support. So ideally, number one, you want to wait for price to come back to this previous support level, which is now acting as resistance, and then we take sell from that point. Or wait for price to break below this low that we have here, and then I take my sell from there. That's how I'll be approaching the euro dollar. Okay. So moving on to pound USD. Of course, very similar to euro USD. So for pound USD, Again, we have this bullish move, very aggressive one at that. We see series of higher highs and higher lows. New high gave us a decent pullback, a higher low, and then gave us a higher high. And right about now, I'm going to take out these trend lines. I only use them to highlight that structure. Okay, so we have this last high here that price recently took out to give us this new high, higher high. And now that price is way below this level. Ideally, this pullback, of course, would have stopped around this area, and then price continued to push higher from that level. But because we're not seeing that currently, and here, this is the last higher low as well. Here, this is the last higher low as well. So price is now close to that previous level. So how do I want to approach this? This is the daily time frame. This is the daily time frame. And this level here, of course, is also very significant. You see several attempts at that level. Even here, we see it as resistance. We continue to look back, we will see more attempts at that same level, further emphasizing how important that level is. Okay, so because price is now close to that level, and again, you do not want to be selling into a support. So the ideal thing here, now let's switch to 15 minutes. Similar to what we saw for euro dollar. Okay, so using the 50 moving average here, let's see what we have. Okay, so I'll be looking at this level. I'll be looking at this level. Okay, so currently, this is bullish. Currently, this is bullish. However, the direction is still bearish, like we confirmed on the daily time frame. The direction is still bearish. And currently, if you also look at the 50 EMA, price is below it. Price is trading below the 50 EMA, and this also signifies weakness. If you also look at the trend lines that I have here, price recently tested it as resistance at this high. And now we're also seeing that bearish move, further confirming the bearish bias that we have. Okay, so on 15 minutes, again, we're looking for opportunity to sell. So what that means is that we need to wait for this price to come back to this resistance. If you are except you're an aggressive trader, that's when you will be jumping straight in for this buy. That's when you would be jumping right in for this buy. However, I would like to wait for price to come back to this resistance, and then I take my sell from that point. Take my sell from that level. Okay, so that's it for pound USD. Again, very similar to what we have for Euro USD. Angel says in a buy trade on USD JPY is going against you, should you hold or exit? Okay, we'll get there in a minute. Okay, so okay, maybe we should also look at it before Euro AUD. There's something I want to point out to us on Euro AUD. So let's take USD JPY first because of Angel. Okay, so what do we have USD JPY? Okay, so I have this Fibo here that of course, let's see, I'm going to extend it a little bit. All right, so dragged it from this low to this high, and then this level here was at 61.8 Fibonacci level, which is a golden level, Okay, and from this point, we're seeing this bullish move from USD JPY, seeing that bullish move from USD JPY. And currently, it is also above the 50 moving average. It's also above the 50 moving average, further confirming the bullish move. Okay. Of course, it also took out this low here, took out that low. We've seen this bearish move from USD JPY, and then price took out this lower high before giving us this lower low here. And then currently, because price is now above this level. Now, what we see here, for me, the uptrend is still intact. The uptrend is still intact between this level. The uptrend is still very much intact. All right. So what we're currently seeing here is, for me, a pullback. What we currently have here is, for me, a pullback. Now, we don't exactly know to what extent this pullback would go. So let's see. Let me take out this. It may return to this previous level, and then push higher from there. But time will tell. So let's head over to 15 minutes to see what we have and the expectation. So we have this level here. And then we have this level here. Okay, so at this current level now, if at the end of this current 15 minutes that we have here, which would be 15, 30, okay, around 9:45. Okay, so if at this current 15 minutes, which would have in about 10 minutes or less, if at the end of this current 15 minutes we have a bullish pattern here, then we may expect this price to push higher from this current level. But we need a reversal. We need a bullish signal from this level. We need a bullish signal from this current level. If at the end of this 15 minutes candle, which would have in less than 10 minutes, we have a bullish pattern right there, then we can expect this to push to the upside from that level. If, on the other hand, we eventually get a break below this level, then this will be the next level to watch. This will be the next level to watch. This will be the next level to watch. If this fails, this will be the next level to watch. Okay, so for Angel, if we have a reversal at this level, if we get a reversal at the end of this current 15 minutes, then we can expect price to push higher from there. So that's what you need to look out for. That's what you need to look out for. I started on daily, and then this is happening on 15 minutes right now. 15 minutes. This is 15 minutes. All right, so let's get back to Euro AUD. Okay, because this would eventually or should eventually give us a fantastic trading opportunity. How do I mean? Okay. So again, this is daily for Euro AUD. This is the daily time frame. And then, of course, we have this low. We have this lower high. We got lower low. And then here, we see this lower high. Okay, which is typical of a downtrend, which is typical of a downtrend. All right. So, again, this is daily. But if you now look at this level, this last lower high here, and then you relate it to what happened previously, you would also see that this is a bottom for Euro AUD. You see it? Even right here, the same level here as resistance, and even here. All right. So this further highlights why this area is very, very important for Euro AUD. And little no wonder we saw price stop at this level and then it starts to push higher from that same low, from that same low. Okay, so what is the expectation here? What is the expectation? Now, as it is right now, I'm going to be treating this. Sorry, hold on a minute. Okay, so from this level now, I'm going to be treating this as a low, a high, and then a higher low right here. So the expectation that I have is that price continues to push higher from this level because we have the price level at 1.6 acting as support, which is quite significant as I highlighted earlier. And then if we also head over to H4, we would also see something very interesting on H4. Okay. So on H4 time frame, what we have here is an inverse head and shoulder. If you are familiar with the head and shoulder pattern, this is an inverse. What does that mean? For head and shoulder, let me see. I want to highlight it for us. Picked the wrong line. Okay, so this is what head and shoulder look like. So of course, for the head and shoulder, it would be it will happen after a prolonged uptrend. So you see an uptrend, and then you see this kind of pattern. Of course, this is what we call head and shoulder. All right, so this is the head right here. And then here we have the left shoulder, and then here we have the right shoulder. Now, this is a bearish pattern. This is a bearish pattern. And what will further confirm this bearish pattern is when price breaks below this neckline, which will be support level. So when we see price break below this neckline, that would further confirm the bearish pattern. That's for the head and shoulder. So let's head back to Euro AUD now. And then I said what we have on the Euro AUD is an inverse head and shoulder. Okay. So imagine if you turn that head and shoulder pattern that I highlighted to us, if you turn it around, then this is the pattern you would have. So here is the head, and then we have the two shoulders right here. So the neckline here would now be this level. Okay, so the neckline will be this level. All right, so to now further confirm, of course, if the head and shoulder is a bearish reversal pattern, then the inverse head and shoulder, of course, will be a bullish reversal pattern. So we wait for price to take out this neckline for more confirmation, to wait for price to take out this neckline for more confirmation. Now, of course, this would also be a fantastic point to take buy. This will also be a fantastic level to take buy. However, for the inverse head and shoulder to be complete, we need price to take out this neckline. We need price to go above this level. That is what will confirm that this pattern is now complete. But of course, if you are aggressive, you can go right in for a buy and then in anticipation of price taking out this neckline. But for me, I'm going to be waiting for price to break this neckline before I jump right in for my buy. That's what I wanted to point out for Euro AUD. It's one to watch. It's one to add to our watch list because it's going to give us a fantastic trading opportunity if it eventually plays out as expected. All right, that's for Euro AUD. Okay, now we're not using 15 minutes to study. We're using 15 minutes for entry. Adeolu, I hope you get the difference. That's why usually when I open a chart, you'll see me start on the daily time frame. You'll see me start on the daily time frame for study to understand the overall direction. So when I switch to 15 minutes, I'm looking for entry. I'm not studying on the 15 minutes time frame like you call it. I'm looking for entry opportunity to give me a fantastic entry opportunity. Now, the inverse head and shoulder that I highlighted for us here is on the H4 time frame. Is on the H4 time frame. Of course, we can still head over to as low as 15 minutes for instant entry opportunity. And of course, this could have been it at the end of this higher low. I hope you understand that, Adeolu. Okay. So Euro AUD is one to watch. Let's not forget that. We need to add this to Thelma. Are you just joining? I did a very detailed analysis for Euro AUD. Because I'm surprised you still ask if it's a buy or sell. Okay, you're just joining. All right. Let me see. Okay. So for Euro AUD, I'm going to just do a summary. Now, again, we started from here, the daily time frame, and then we saw how price came back to this low at 1.6. Price returned to this low at 1.6. And then if you look back, you will see how significant that 1.6 level is for Euro AUD, which we highlighted earlier. So for that reason, we want to believe that this will continue to push higher from there. But because of this technical setup that we see here, price returning to this 1.6 level, price returns to 1.6 level here, and then price pushed really high from that level. And now that price is back here, of course, we want to use the same setup we saw here for this current level. And that's why we're looking for opportunities to buy. So we're looking for opportunities to buy right here. Now, this is on the daily time frame. And then if you switch to H4, we also saw something very interesting, which is a bullish reversal pattern. A bullish reversal pattern, and that is the inverse head and shoulder. The inverse head and shoulder. So we have the head here, we have the left shoulder, and then we have the right shoulder. And then for this inverse head and shoulder to be complete, we now need price to take out this neckline. We need price to take out this neckline, to take out this resistance. That's what I mean, to take out this resistance point here. So I'll be going in for a buy only when price breaks above this resistance for this inverse head and shoulder to complete. However, I also added that this current level here is also a good opportunity to go in for a buy. But I would want to be waiting for the neckline to be broken to further strengthen the bullish bias that I have. Okay. So that's it for Euro AUD. What did I say? Gold USD card. Okay, we already touched on USD JPY. Okay, AUD, this AUD USD too is also one to watch. Is also one to watch because it's now currently at the support level, and because of the strength that we are now starting to see for the dollar index, then this should continue to push to the downside. This should continue to push lower. Okay, but we now need price to break below this support level for more confirmation. And this is AUD USD. We now need price to take out this current level, which comes in at price 0.67. As soon as we see that, then it will be a fantastic opportunity to go in for a sell. Now heading over to 15 minutes to see what that looks like. Okay, so on this 15 minutes time frame, what it means is that we're now waiting for price to take out this level, to take out that level, and then that would be my sell trigger on AUD USD. All right. Okay. USD card now. AY is on sale for USD card. Okay. But the dollar is currently bullish. Okay. Now for USD card. it's now close to a resistance. It's now close to a resistance. For AY is now close to a resistance. This resistance. If you look back, you will see what happened here. At this resistance, price pushed lower from that point, and currently prices are close to that same resistance. Now, if price takes out this resistance, that is, if price breaks above that resistance, then we may continue to see further move to the upside. So you may want to re-examine your position. You want to re-examine your position. That's for AY. Okay, because you're already in sell, and this is quite bullish right there. Okay, and don't forget, we have a high impact news coming out for the card at 1:30 p.m. We have high impact news for the Canadian dollar at 1:30 p.m. Of course, that is also expected to shake things up to some extent. Yes, you can. For Moji, you can still use candlestick pattern at the entry time frame. That is what would confirm your entry trigger in the direction of the trend. So you can go as low as 15 minutes or 30 minutes for your entry. For Chinedu now, by break, if I mean another candle formation, okay, yes, but not necessarily. But what that means is that we see price close above that current level. Now, of course, it may be this candle that will still close above it, or a new candle may form and close above it, depending on how aggressive this is, depending on how aggressive this is. If we get a long bullish green candle, then that same candle may close above this resistance, or because this is daily now, or we see a new candle formation that will now go above that level. So depending on how it plays out, it's possible that this one candle will close above it, or we see a new candle formation. But what is important is that we see it close above that resistance, so that this resistance can become support, and then we can expect price to continue to push higher from that point. Okay, and then for gold, this is what we have. Of course, you would agree with me, this has been quite a run. This has been quite a run. And then we have this high at around 26.85. We have this high at around 26.85. And then we got a quite decent pullback from that point. And currently price is at this level. Okay. Now, if you look at this trend line that I have here, I have it as resistance. We've seen quite a number of attempts for price going above that level, but failed. And then eventually we got a close above that level here. Above the trend line, but currently price is back below it. And okay, recently price closed below the trend line, and currently it is around that trend line. It is around that trend line. So this is quite a difficult one. This is quite a difficult one because we see price now between this resistance and this support. Okay, so for this to be to be decisive, for this to be decisive, then we need to see a close below this support or above that resistance. So right now what we have is a consolidation between this high and this low right here. So this is what we currently have. All right. So, but this is the daily time frame. So I'm going to head over to a lower one. All right. You see, this is quite a move right there. How about on 1 hour? Okay. You see it trading between this high and this low. Now this is 30 minutes. Now this is 30 minutes time frame. This is 30 minutes time frame. And then on 30 minutes, we have low. We see lower high. We see lower low. And then price is back at this level. Okay, so we have a resistance here. This is 30 minutes now. We have a resistance right here. Okay, so at the end of this 30 minutes now, which we should get in less than 2 minutes, I suppose. And then if we have a reversal at this current level, okay, so we have it already. We have it already. This is a bearish reversal right here at this resistance, you see. So because of that, I can expect price to be bearish from this level. Of course, we have identified this resistance here on 30 minutes. This is one right here. Then two right here. And then this is now confirming the third one. So from this level now, we can expect price to push lower from this level. We can expect price to push lower from that level. All right. In the event that price now breaks above that resistance, then that would invalidate this setup that we have. That would, of course, cancel it. But at this level, if price, because of this reversal now that we have now seen here, because of this reversal pattern, that's why I expect this price to push lower from that level. And then I also added that in the event that we now get a close above that resistance, then that would invalidate that setup that we see on 30 minutes time frame. And what that would also mean is that if we now get a close above, that resistance, then we may see a further push to the upside from that level. That's how, that's what I'll be looking out for on gold. That's what I'll be looking out for on gold. All right. So that would be it for today. That would be it today. And then I want to thank you all for joining us today. Of course, tomorrow is another day. Join us same time tomorrow from 8 a.m. as we'll also be looking at pairs, assets, instruments that we can also trade and also add to our watch list for tomorrow as well. Okay, so once again, thank you very much for joining. This is where we draw the curtain for today. See you tomorrow.